Good morning and welcome to the Stop Wasting Your Time. Let's talk about it. I'm Mr. 1% Unlimited Thinker.
And I'm James the Trainer.
Oh yeah, we back this morning with the whistle, y'all. Y'all get y'all whistle yet? I ain't seen no comments on the whistle. What, y'all don't like whistles? What's going on with that? Your whistle for accountability for those of you who are newly joining us. It lets you be accountable to yourself when nobody else is around. It keeps you a little focused consistently, saying, you know what? I got to keep going with this health thing. Well, recap. You know, we talked about the average person probably eats out at least once a day. And perhaps the average expenditure is $7. And we talked about what that would look like 5 days a week. So I brought the calculator today. Yeah, I brought the calculator. So we can kind of give some suggestions. This is only suggestions for you to think about. That's all it is. So $7 times 5 days is $35. And 1 month, that's $140. Times 12 is the biggie though. That's $1,680. $1,680 from just eating one meal a day. Just 5 days a week, not 7 days a week. So let's say times 10 years. We figure we all gonna live another 10 years. So let's time it times 10. Where's that time sign? $16,800. $16,800. 1 meal a week, 5 days a week. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Now,
That's a lot of money.
yeah. You want to comment on that? But
What's
what they
the-
might be eating? You know, all that stuff.
There are healthier food options that you can choose when eating out. We'll talk about that another time, but just know that $7 is a decent amount of money that could be spent in the grocery store buying things a lot more healthy, and you'll know what is in your food if you're making it more at home.
Bam. Now, people been talking to me about my cucumber challenge, from teenagers to more mature adults. I don't know if you can see my cucumbers in there. Today is day 20 of the cucumber challenge. Why did I do this? I'm glad you asked. I do this because I learned that cucumbers are anti-inflammatory. James probably already knew that. See, he's already on top of all this stuff. Me, I'm learning. And people are like, challenge? Yeah, I'm challenging myself. Y'all think I'm challenging you? Newsflash. I'm challenging myself to grow. See, I'm sitting on this show telling you what I'm doing daily in my life. I'm no better than you. It's a focus. It's a discipline. It's a persistence. It's a made-up mind that I'm going to have a lifestyle habit change. This is just how it's got to be. So I just like to be practical with you guys when I'm talking about stuff. I don't want you to think, oh, he's just sitting back there running his mouth, saying this, saying that. He's probably done got pretty good at it. No. I'm telling you, I look like this because I developed to this. I'm going to let James talk to y'all a little bit. Let me be quiet while I sip my water.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just wanting to recap a little bit of what I talked about on mental health. That is still one of the big things that we're talking about in this segment of the Stop Wasting Your Time, Let's Talk About It show. Did you know that 1 in 5 Americans are affected by mental health?
No, I did not.
1 in 5. So if you take a room of 50 people.
Whoa.
Right. Now, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Mental health is something that you have to catch whenever it happens. You can prevent it, as in foods that you eat to help keep your mind fresh. Like we talked about the blueberries.
Yes.
We talked about that. We talked about the almonds, the Brazil nuts. We talked about how your intestines, how your gut messes with or has a direct impact on your mood. Mental health and exercise work hand in hand. We can be real serious on making changes, drinking our water, eating every day, but that's just part of it. Health and fitness starts with the brain as well. A lot of what you can mentally come up with, you can achieve it.
Okay.
That's what I use a lot of the time when it comes to my own success, whether it's be in the gym, whether it be not in the gym. That is something really big. So let's dive into a little bit more of what we mean by mental health. As far as eating and stuff like that, food is really big on the list, like I said. For example, we have the cucumbers here. It's an anti-inflammatory. That helps with the brain as well. Cucumbers are majority water.
Yes.
Just like salad. I call salad crunchy water.
Crunchy water. I don't think I've ever heard that one.
But there are things that we can eat that help our mental growth, but diving into a little bit more on food and mental health, we'll break into that a little bit more.
All right. And guess what? I'm coming at you again with that perpetual question. What would my life look like or be like if I continue like this? Especially for you new viewers. I want you to write that question down. What would my life be like if I continue like this? What that does is it makes you introspect about your habits that you have. Be it good or be it bad. I'm sure we all have some great good habits, but then there's those habits that we really need to shift on, change and delete and replace them with something better. That helps us, like James said, become more healthier, become less stressed out. What would my life be like if I continue like this? All of us have a this. Nobody is excluded. There are no Superwoman, Superman, or any of this type of stuff. With none of us. Now the next thing is, I want you to begin to think about how far you've come with your success since the beginning of the year. Since the beginning of the year, have I accomplished in January a consistency of eating more healthier, just a little bit more? Drinking more water. This is the one thing we started with. Am I drinking more water? Am I from 1 glass a day to 8 glasses yet? Or maybe beyond that? Am I making a practice? Have I gotten my whistle? Or at least thought about getting my whistle to kind of help me be accountable to myself? Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. We're going to live into the future if we keep waking up. How do you want your future to look? We control a large portion of that. Am I reading a new book on health? Am I reading new healthy recipes? Am I trying to learn how to make some small changes in my eating habits? My snacks. Do I still take M&Ms to the cart? I used to, before I started doing raw veggies like this, I had Kit Kat bars, Twix, Snickers. I'm telling you, those type of things. But I no longer carry those things in my cart. I carry healthy snacks, grapefruits. Just giving you some examples. But you got to get up every day and decide, I want to be healthy in my future. Whatever it takes for me to get consistent today, I need to do it.
Mr. 1%, I got a question.
Uh-oh, James got a question. I hope I got an answer.
Where am I writing down these things or these ideas or how I need to do better and drink more water? Where can I write that down at?
Well, I have my journal, as you always know. It ain't in my pocket. Oh, there it is. I'm so organized, I forgot I put it in my pocket this morning. See what it becomes a habit. This journal, man, and this old cell phone here, I have a recorder on here. If you're moving too fast, record yourself so you can go back and see your growth. That way when you have those days you want to beat yourself up, you might have got into bed late like I did last night, and I did not want to come here this morning. Transparency, I wanted to sleep a little bit longer. But my habit has me. Think about that. I practiced doing well so long that even when my emotions, which is what we're going to start talking about next week,
Right.
even when my emotions don't want me to do something, my emotions can't control me, because my good habits of discipline with my time, consistency, has my life in check. Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
All right. Well, go ahead, take it away before we only got a couple of minutes left.
The reason why I asked Mr. 1% that question is so he can bring out his journal. I want you guys to have a journal. I also want you all to get your whistle. Are we saying, screaming at you, telling you to get cucumbers right now? No.
Probably not.
How we started this whole thing out is, let's start with water. Let's start with standing more than sitting. Let's start with walking.
Yes.
Let's not lose what actually gets us started and moving along this process. We have a whole year to do this. We have 2 years to do this. But if we start now, we have more years to add on and keep doing this and keep evolving and keep doing better of those processes of what to do, whether it be drinking more water, whether it be to eat more raw veggies, whether it is to save $7 extra a week. Comment below if you have any questions. I'm live on my Instagram. Mr. 1% is live on his Facebook. Make sure you guys comment. Make sure you email us
At info@stopwastingyourtime.org. info@stopwastingyourtime.org. And we look forward to talking to you soon. And this has been the Stop Wasting Your Time. Let's talk about it.